back then. I thought, hey, I can actually make money selling ebook. Because I think back then people were selling the dream, right? You can just sell digital products. And the thing is, I did manage, it took me like 6 months to write the whole ebook, managed to sell it. I wasn't exactly making money by just selling the ebook. I didn't know that I was supposed to have to make money from this whole funnel that I was building.
So, hi guys. Today I have on Edmund. So, one of my clients. Yeah, Edmund, why don't you introduce yourself, what you do, and how did you kind of find me?
Hey everyone, I'm Edmund. I run a music education company called TravelClef, and I also do consulting for business owners and guide them on their marketing campaigns. So that's the main two things that I do. Yeah. So I got to meet Bryan. I think it was through Facebook. I think it was in some marketing Facebook group. I was asking a question there, and then I think Bryan reached out to me, and that's how we connected.
I think it's been a few years since we connected, and we also saw each other in events as well, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you went once, but I didn't get to go out to talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a very small one, like a very small place in Singapore. Everyone know one another, especially those that are doing business, doing entrepreneurship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think we've been working together for around a year or so, right?
Yeah,
A year or
or
so, I
so.
think. Yeah, so like, can you share with me a bit more, like how, what, like maybe where your business, how his business grew, what are your numbers, and also like what kind of success do you see in your business?
So I think for me, somewhere around 2021, I wrote my own ebook, right? Because I was very passionate about digital marketing, because I used paid ads to scale my own music business, right? Then I was very passionate in this topic, and I wanted to help more business owners, right, scale their campaigns. So that's where I wrote an ebook and I tried to sell it. So I was very naive back then. I thought, hey, I can actually make money selling ebook. Because I think back then people were selling the dream, right? You can just sell digital products and you don't need to do much. And the thing is, I did manage. It took me like 6 months to write the whole ebook, managed to sell it, and I realized I was very naive because I wasn't exactly making money by just selling the ebook. Yeah.
I think previously I heard you were breaking even, but still a very good job because like every $1 you get back $1.
I can't remember the numbers, but I think so. Because after the ebook, I have to create an upsell, so I upsell something else. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the typical problems with like ebook funnels or paid funnels is that people don't have an ascension path at the back, or like when ad cost drastically goes up, right? Let's just say more competitors come into play or other issues come in, then what happens is that like when your costs rise up, you cannot keep up with the cost, and then essentially your business goes into negative, and then that will be a very very bad time for your business. And usually people stress, find other new strategies and whatnot, right? So what changed after that? Like what do you do differently from like what you did before?
Okay, so I think the biggest help that Bryan has helped me, and I think I'll forever be very grateful, right, is he actually taught me how to ascend people up. So I didn't know that I was supposed to have a back end product to make money from this whole funnel that I was building. So I thought I could profit just on the front end alone, selling ebook. But I was so wrong. So when I met Bryan, he taught me that I should structure a coaching program, right, to sell people and ascend them up after they buy my ebook. So it took me a while because I was new to the whole thing, took me a while to structure the whole coaching program. Like I have a lot of content to teach, but I just didn't know how to like structure everything together. So that's where Bryan helped me to orchestrate the whole thing, and I structure my own coaching program. And the moment I implemented this particular, so I start to get people to go on calls after they buy my ebook, right? And that was when I was able to sell them my coaching program. And I remember the first time I did it somewhere in the end of 2022. The whole funnel gave me a 7x return. Oh, it's amazing. I have 7x return ROAS. I think my ad spend was about 1.5k, 1.5 to 2k. I got back about 15k in revenue from
Awesome.
for that period.
So like maybe you share with us like how much are you currently like doing in your business overall, like both of your business, and previously like you weren't doing much, I would say, like take home, right?
Yeah, I think previously I was just maybe like getting like around 4 to 5k, right? And right now easily every month is doing 5 figures.
Okay, that's very very good lah. So I very happy that of your success as well. And one point that he actually talked about just now was like adding ascension path lah. Be it your service-based business, selling coaching, consulting, or agency. I think that's one of the most important thing that people kind of neglect when doing any form of lead generation. Be it you do a paid lead gen, you do books or whatever. To ascend up to that is actually one of the most difficult things, especially when you haven't run anything before and the sales process is relatively unknown. And I'll say most of the effort also come from Edmund as well, besides only from my advice as well. And he's a very, very good executor, very good operator and entrepreneur as well. So he also run his own two things, right? Like your own music school for a very, very long time before venturing on to being your consultant for other businesses as well. Yeah, so maybe I'll share your experience like in that aspect. Like how do you bring that to to being a consultant? Like when you ran like a physical business, right? Selling music lessons, selling music instruments. How do you brought that into the online world?
I think because I am running a physical business, I get to learn a lot of things. I was doing things both online and offline, right? So like I run my e-commerce store as well. So my music school, basically we do corporate team bonding, but we also have an e-commerce store where we sell our own products. So that's where I have this flexible roll-up piano. It's targeted to help beginners learn piano without having to invest in the real piano, right? So that's where I learned how to. I have to go to China, find my supplier. I got to import the goods. That's where I learn about importing. I learn about, I have to actually keep stock of my products, right? Then I have to learn how to sell this online. So because I was able to go through the whole process, I guess I was able to learn a lot and experience a lot, right? The offline part, I got to learn deal with the suppliers, and then for the online marketing part, I learned how to run ads, I learned how to write a landing page, and I was able to bring all this across to other businesses who also want to venture and get more customers online. Because that's the own problem I solved, right? I mean, in my music business, my revenue was stuck somewhere around we were just doing 200K back then, right? But then I was able to scale to 7 figures after I chanced upon paid ads. That was when I used Facebook ads, Meta ads to get more customers for my music school, for my e-commerce business as well. So I was able to get leads for service as well as get customers for products. So that's why I'm able to help clients who are, whether they're running a service or running a e-commerce store, right? I'm able to help them with the experience I've gained by running my own business.
Yeah, that's very awesome. I also like remember actually I learned you way before. I mean I know of you way before because you were used as like case studies for funnels. Like people say, oh, must follow you. When I first started learning 6 years ago. Then my father also say go to your corporate events, man. And then tell
Oh
me, hey,
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
guy very good, very solid. Teach people how to play ukulele. Then I'm like, okay, who are they? Then in the end I know you after a few years later. Funny. We're very,
Yeah.
very small. I
Small
would
world,
say,
small world.
yeah, it's very interesting how things play out as well. Yeah, so like I think you said like what helps you the most, right? What would you think that one of the needle movers in your business from what I have kind of shared with you and kind of taught you as well, like that you can share with people
I
that will
think
benefit?
the biggest revelation I've gained from your guidance, right, is in today's current state of advertising, how difficult it is to get clients. Like it's very hard to get buyers or leads. I
Yeah,
think we all know, right? If you guys are watching this right now, if you are running ads, if you have run ads in 2016, 2017, it was easy mode, like very easy. Whatever you sell online, you can get customers, right? But today, like at 2024, it is really, really, really challenging. And the biggest thing I've learned from Bryan is that we need to work on building trust, right? And the best way to build trust this year is, I mean, moving forward, right, is to build more content. So like to really emphasize and focus on our middle of funnel, right? Because at the first touch point when people see us, I mean, the likelihood of them buying is very difficult. They don't even know you, they don't trust you, they won't buy from you, right? So
yeah,
what I learned from Bryan is to just build more content in the middle funnel. So after getting that advice from Bryan, I started to write weekly newsletters. I started building my email list. So I think I was more active writing my newsletter maybe just barely 5 months ago, right? So right now I've changed my funnel. In the past, I used to run ads for people to buy my ebook, right? But for now, I changed the whole funnel. Right now, I'm just getting people to go to my opt-in page, just get my lead magnet, which is a PDF on how I use ugly ads to get more customers. And after they opt in, they come into my email list. And every week I just need to focus on writing emails, building relationship with my email list. And when I first did this, I was thinking, hey, will it really work? Like sounds too simple to be true. Yeah, but the
yeah.
truth is, in the last 3 months, I've gotten at least 5 clients from this process. I think three of them are my consult clients, and two of them are done for you.
You're not
And
spending a lot of money also, right?
my ad spend right now is just $30 a day.
So
Just barely 1K a month.
I
Yeah.
think honestly that this funnel or like the system for me is like one of the simplest one anyone can do. As long as you have good content, you have an undeniable positioning or like a blue ocean positioning, which we kind of like went through together. Like we should get ugly ads as one of the key idea because like
Yeah.
why we do that is like there's nobody else doing it in Singapore. There's not many people banking on the idea that they can do it easier for business owners, right?
Yeah.
And that is like one of the best way to get them to kind of learn from you or do it with their team because they're gonna do highly polished ads. How much it's gonna cost? Right? They understand the fact, so the it's very easily demonstrated and also they understand immediately when they see it, and they know that if I can do like that, like bare minimum like creatives and like get results, wow, then I can get a lot. Like, I can grow my business very easily. Like, I think that's one
Yeah.
of the best things lah. So like,
Yeah.
how has this like kind of changed your life like outside of business and stuff like that?
I think the biggest change for me, I mean, is that the certainty I have right now in knowing that I've got this thing working. Because in the past, I spent like 2-3 years banging the walls, like not knowing whether will this work. Then there's this like shiny object syndrome, right? Or always, okay, should I build funnel today or should I focus on this? Should I focus on TikTok? Should I focus on whatever, right? But then I realized today I know that the strategy is very simple, and it is a certainty that I have that changes my life. Lah. I know that I'm going to be doing this for a long time because this method will compound, right? The newsletter I'm doing, the videos that I plan to do as well, it will just compound. Like 2-3 years from now, I will be more visible online, and I think this method is very sustainable, and it really deals with this current problem we face, like how difficult it is to acquire customers. So I guess the
Yeah.
biggest thing is how it changed my life is the certainty, and of course with more income, I lead a better life, right? My kids want to buy toys, okay, just buy.
I mean that's like for everyone. More income is always better. So money being not as long as money is not a problem, I think most other problems can be easily solved, except for certain issues. But
Yeah,
majority of our issues can be basically
solve with money.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think that's like all entrepreneurs goals as well. Like, oh, I want to make this amount. I mean, the goal just get bigger and bigger. But sometimes
yeah,
also I think when you grow older, you also realize that just be contented with certain levels of wealth or like income. I think that's also where we are at.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
as friends, as we talk about it as well. And
exactly.
so maybe ask you like, what will you share with people? Thinking on a fence on working with me, my team. What will you share with them?
I think working with Bryan has been very fruitful. It's a very pleasant experience because Bryan literally has a wealth of knowledge in his brain, right? So I guess when you work with Bryan, right, you just need to ask as many questions as you can, extract as much wisdom as you can from him, and just take action. Because I'm very I mean I'm a living proof that he has helped me to bring something that's not really profitable to what it is today. Like I'm very profitable right now, right? And that was purely based on his advice, right? So my advice to you guys is just want to work with him, just get as much info as you can from him, ask as many questions, and just go execute it.
All right, thank you for that. Thank you for the recommendations and your words of approval for me to know that I'm on the right path in my coaching journey as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
I
like
think
honestly, I've helped me a lot. So yeah, very grateful and happy to like recommend you as well. Yeah.
thank you so much. Yeah. So also like maybe you want to share a bit more about like your ugly ads framework so that more people can actually kind of find out what you do and also where can people learn more from you as well.
Okay, I mean, for the longest time, I didn't realize I've actually been shooting just very ugly ads and running it for my own e-commerce store. My best performing ads were those that was filmed on like a messy table, and I was just okay lah, just take my handphone and just shoot it and just run it and sell it. And those ugly videos are the ones that really brought in the sales. And when I talked to Bryan about it, that was where he gave the idea. Hey, actually, you can use this ugly ads angle. And basically, what ugly ads? The thing is, I'm not saying you should create ugly ads, right? The point is, you don't have to create very beautiful images or ads for your products to sell. Just do the minimum to show your product how it works, right? Show proof that it is actually working. You can just show it with a mobile phone, and I have a framework where you just need to write a hook, 3 benefits, and a call to action. In a 15-second video, just shoot it with your phone, launch it, and you can start seeing leads very easily. And I've applied this method across many industries: beauty industry, gyms, education, coaches as well. So that's my method. Yeah, that I've been doing. So you guys, if you guys find out more, you can go to my Instagram. I think it's Edmund Chew Marketing, or you can just go to my website edmundchew.com, and you can join my newsletter over there.
Yep. So I really highly recommend Edmund for all the service based business that are looking to actually you want to learn from him exactly on how actually you can use ugly ads to really grow a business, really compound your business, or even if you want to get your team to learn from him, I think that's also advisable. Or you want him to do for you if he still offers that. I don't know. I heard you quite packed, but if you still
Yeah,
offer
I'm
that,
quite
then
selective.
see whether you got a slot, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's like the entirely of yeah. So I really like the ugly ads concept. I think it's something that feels very different from everyone else. As everyone else trying to sell like outcomes and everything. And that's like one of the components that I kind of share with a lot of people. But some people just don't execute on it, right? Because they might feel that it's hard to do it. Right? But the harder things that is to do, let's just say now it's harder to get leads, harder to get buyers. The more you can get it, the more edge you have in business. And that's the reality.
Yeah,
Usually you want to zag from whatever people are doing. And that's why I don't want to do the same thing as well. Which is why the entire Evergrowth flywheel comes into play as well. Yeah. So if you guys want to learn more about Evergrowth Flywheel as well, you can look at the description. I will leave a few links for you to see and a video on what's the best way to get leads in 2024. All right. So thank you, Edmund, for your time. I'll see you guys again.
all right. Thanks, Bryan. Thank you.